Welcome to Geeks Keep You Running. This is Season 1, Episode 49. Brought to you by the folks at Piedmont Technical Experts, where they keep you running. Hosted by Jonathan Beck. Welcome back to Geeks Keep You Running, brought to you by Piedmont Technical Experts. I'm your host, Jonathan, joining you from North Carolina's Triad area. Today's episode is all about cybersecurity for small and medium-sized businesses, also known as SMBs. We're unpacking the essentials to keep your digital fronts secure. Let's begin our conversation by really diving in and understanding some of the risks that small businesses are going to face. First, let's understand that small businesses are a target from bad actors on the internet, whether it be hackers, phishing attacks, or ransomware. A lot of times small businesses are seen as low-hanging fruit because they do believe because they're small, they're not a target. They're also a target because they usually don't budget the same amount of funds into their cybersecurity as a larger company might. One of the threats that we have to be aware of are viruses, and these days, more specifically, ransomware, which is a special type of virus. These programs are designed to hijack your data, hijack your customers' data, and potentially sell it on the dark web. You need to protect not just your business, but your client's information in order to be successful in today's market. What's worse is not all attacks are directed at the computer. Sometimes attacks like phishing and spear phishing are directed at the user. These are going to be emails or calls that want the user to take action, and in so doing and taking that action, they're exposing themselves and the organization to a cyber attack. Another potential risk for small businesses is hacking. A lot of people will believe that the equipment provided by your ISP will protect you against hacking, and unfortunately in most cases that's just not true. This is where software or hardware firewalls play a vital role in your protection. Now that we know some of the risks that small businesses face, let's talk about some of the cybersecurity tips that will help protect you from those types of attacks. Number one is education. It is so vital to educate your team on cybersecurity and to show them that cybersecurity is everyone's responsibility. Training on recognizing threats is key in preventing a cybersecurity incident. The next tip is to update and patch your computers and your software. Keeping both your systems and your software up to date is important to close potential security gaps that may be in those applications or operating system. Even if you do everything perfectly right, does not mean that you won't be a victim of a cybercrime. That's where having a regular backup is so important, because when things do go wrong, you want to make sure that your business can recover from it and recover from it quickly. Next on the list is having a strong password. What makes a strong password? Yes, it's uppercase, lowercase, letters, numbers, and special characters. But on top of that, it's also the length of the password that makes a huge difference in the overall security of your password. The longer you can make your password, the better. By today's standards, nothing shorter than a 10-character password should be accepted. 10 or more is what you're shooting for on all your passwords. in conjunction with having a strong password, it's important to use multi-factor authentication, or MFA. This would be a program that is potentially installed on your cell phone, or you may receive an SMS message to your cell phone that has a 6-digit or 7-digit code that you type in after you type in your password. MFA works because if your password gets compromised, they still don't have access to your account because of the MFA authentication. You have to approve that login, and that requires the use of another device in order to approve the login. This goes a long way in protecting your accounts, but still have those long passwords. And the next thing that you're going to want to do is secure your networks. This is going to be things like having a good firewall in place. It's going to be encrypting sensitive info, securing your Wi-Fi networks, and things of that nature. And, unfortunately, as we talked about backups, just because you do everything right does not mean you won't end up having a cyber attack performed upon your business or your employees. The ability to respond effectively and quickly is vital to get your business back up and running. So it's important to have a clearly defined action plan for potential breaches. Alright, and we have received some great questions from our listeners, so let's dive right in and answer a few of them on this episode of Geeks Keep You Running. So the first question we got today is, how often should we train our employees on cybersecurity? Well, that's a great question, and the answer may vary. In general, the minimum amount of time for cybersecurity training that I would recommend is quarterly. Ideally, it would be a monthly event, whether you're doing a small micro training session or a fully led instructor-led course or video training. Monthly is always better, just to make sure that the latest threats are communicated out and that cybersecurity is constantly in the mind of your employees. Our second question that we received is antivirus software still necessary? Yes, some form of anti-malware protection is necessary. Now, based in today's current threat landscape, I don't typically recommend traditional antivirus software. I do, however, recommend that individuals and organizations use endpoint detection and response, and that is a behavior-driven antivirus software that blocks bad behavior, not necessarily needing a definition file in order to protect your environment. Our final question today is, what's the most common mistake SMBs make regarding cybersecurity? This one is very interesting, and the answer is that they tend to underestimate the risk they face. Many SMBs think that they're not targets, but that's the exact mindset that is making them vulnerable to attack. In 2020, 1/3 of all cybercrime was committed in this SMB market. So it's important that you take steps to protect your business. Implementing these tips that we've discussed today may seem a little bit overwhelming to you, but there are a lot of tools and resources out there to assist you on this journey. There may be cybersecurity frameworks like the CIS framework, or experts like us at Piedmont Technical Experts, where our support is available to help you implement these tools and services. I've said it before, cybersecurity is not a destination, but it's a journey. Staying informed and proactive is key to safeguarding your business. Well, that wraps up today's episode of Geeks Keep You Running. If you're in need of cybersecurity support, the folks at Piedmont Technical Experts are here to help you. Join us next time on Geeks Keep You Running, reminding you that knowledge and vigilance are your best defense in the digital age. Stay safe and see you next episode. And remember, if you enjoy this content, please like, subscribe, and share this content with others. Have a great day.